Hi, are you wondering what the fifth strategy is? The last strategy in on your way to lowering your A1C? Hi, I'm Donna Denson, the dynamic diabetic, and it's my pleasure today to share with you my fifth strategy for just that, lowering your A1C. We talked about over the last few weeks the other strategies, getting rid of depression and our stinking thinking, if you will, uh, understanding our past, why we eat, why we do what we do, understanding diabetes and the things we need to know about how all this works, and then developing our I can muscles, getting that positive attitude, that embracing the happiness that we can have even with this disease. So hopefully you have been tracking some things about what you eat, how you exercise, so that you can study those and come up with some reasonable expectations of what you can change or what you can't change. Not asking you to do anything dramatic that you can't stick with. You need to make a lifestyle change. And to me, that means something I can do forever, not something I can do for a little while and then I'm going to go back to what I used to do. No, you make a lifestyle change so that it really does make a change. That's how you lower that A1C. So, this last strategy, number 5, is powering up, taking everything that we learned and using it to have a strategy for ourselves, a plan for ourselves. You've done a lot of work and it's going to help you now to be able to come up with a strategy for yourself. There's a lot more to do, guys. Knowledge, though, is a superpower. And what you have, if you listened to my other strategies and followed what I said, then you now have knowledge. You have a superpower, okay? And there's so much more to learn and so much growth to have, but you can do it now because you can hold your head up and let the world know that you're a diabetic who is in control, and a diabetic who understands their situation. You have gotten the body of evidence now to use to change things. No depression, no fear, no shame, no overwhelm, no excuses. You are not a victim anymore. You are a victor. So, this next step of how to take what we've learned and put it to power, make it powerful for you. You need to understand that you need support. You need to have understanding. You need people around you that can help with that. So I want to invite you to join my Facebook group, Dynamic Diabetics, because that's what we do there. We support each other. You need community to help. This would round out my 5 strategies, but I want to talk to you a little bit more because I know that you thought getting the 5 strategies that the last one would be what I ate. Because that's what everybody thinks when they want to know how to do it. What do I eat? Right? And I am going to share that. I am going to share that. But we needed to get all this other stuff behind us and understanding before we could talk about food. And even though I will share my personal plan with you next week, I want you to know that I'm not saying that my plan is your plan. I'm not saying you don't need your doctor. I'm not saying you don't need your medication. I'm simply sharing with you what worked for me. But what I know for sure is that we are all different. And what works for me is not necessarily going to work for you. Okay? But I needed all of these other strategies to get me to the place where I could come up with a plan that I could live with. That's what I want you to have, a plan you can live with. So maybe knowing my steps, so we'll give you some ideas on developing your own plan. Now it's going to take a little work and it's a little bit of trial and error. For instance, I cannot eat a potato without my blood sugar rising, okay, spiking. But I have diabetic friends who can eat potatoes and they don't have any problem at all. So that's what I mean. We're all different. We react differently to different foods, different things. And we have to learn how we personally react, what happens to us when we do things, so that we can have a concrete plan that is for us, about us, and is going to get us where we need to be, right? It doesn't help you to do what I did if it doesn't get you where you want to go, if you don't get where you need to be. So we're looking for your direction, your plan. So I'll give you the lowdown. Next week, I will tell you even what products and brands I chose to use and why I chose them. Uh, be aware that for some things, I might make a small bit of money if you decide to try them. So I want to be upfront about that. Um, and I stated in the very beginning of this that my goal is to help my fellow diabetics. I want to help you to overcome the fear, confusion, the overwhelm, the stress of this disease because it's so debilitating. And that is still true. I will continue to offer support, information, and hopefully some humor in this on this YouTube channel so that you can still depend on it. And as the dynamic diabetic, I do offer other programs, other services to help diabetics. Um, I have one-on-one coaching. I have a 90-day A1C reset program. If you would like to schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me to see if there's something I have that will help you, I'm happy to do that. Drop me a message and I will get back to you and we can schedule that. The Dynamic Diabetics Facebook group, that is there to help you as well. I'm here to help you make each step along the way to get where you need to get, to find the plan that's going to work for you. And next week, I will show you exactly what the food plan, which is what you've been waiting for, the food plan that I followed and how it worked for me. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you got value out of this and you recognize that this fifth strategy, powering up, taking everything, putting it together, and figuring out for yourself your way, that's the fifth strategy, and it is the most powerful strategy. Knowledge, superpower. You do have a superpower now. I hope I found you safe today. I hope I found you well, and I hope I found you happy. May God bless and keep you until we connect again. This is Donna Denson, the Dynamic Diabetic, signing off for now. See you next week.